nothing, I can't say the word Trump. Nothing is it.
We got it.
Outside of polygamy. Like, there's no way. No fucking way would I be okay with this. Absolutely not. There's no way that next door my husband is fucking some chick and knocking her up and I'm going to help raise that kid. That is not happening. Oh my God. Right? I know you're gonna lose your shit right now. I can feel it.
It's the fact that I was reading right now that obviously the religious spiritual guy that I am, that I guess I just found this out. I guess I've been very ignorant I didn't know that there was actually polygamists. Like
no
active.
Way.
Oh my gosh, your sarcasm. Please stop it, please. Don't hurt me like this.
Oh my God. Ow.
So five quick facts that I would just kind of over reading right here, because I just happen, I have my regular Urban Dictionary of the pros and cons.
Oh, Jesus God. Yes, you're such a scholar.
Yes, such a scholar here. All scholarly articles, 13 things you didn't know about polygamy, all that stuff. Well, I just happen to put, polygamy and religion just as a Google search. And
sure. I mean, it's based off of LDS.
Yes. And you mentioned Mormon, so I'm like, wait, why is she mentioning Mormon? They practiced polygamy.
Yes, from the very beginning with Joseph Smith.
Yes. Joseph Smith had 24 wives, a lot of historians say, and his successor had about 20. Mm-hmm. No. And it was based off of, because obviously like Moses had a couple wives, Abraham, all that stuff, Old Testament jargon and all that. We can get into that later. Not trying to reel you out. Point is, it's like, this is a real thing.
Yeah, no shit, dude. And it's so real.
Sorry, cut you off here just real quick. And you're telling me like the psychological disadvantage of you're married and then I'll be back later, and you're literally going to send off your husband to the next wife so he can have an amazing time with her and all that good stuff. You know what this makes me think of? I'm sorry to just really upset everybody. Whoever is a fan of The Bachelor and Bachelorette, this is what it feels like.
Ooh, that's a good solid point.
This is what it feels like.
A pop culture reference.
From a pop culture and from a obviously they don't get married to all of them, but they're dating
there's no way that you don't know that he's fucking 10 people for the whole show. I've never watched it, so
I used to watch it all the time, every Monday, every Tuesday. We used to have a party, but then I just got tired of it because I'm tired of keeping
You're
up.
Fired.
You know what I mean? I'm tired of keeping up with the Kardashians in a sense. I'm tired of keeping up with them, and it's all fake. Because actually, I met a contestant that was on The Bachelor. I think The Bachelor. Yeah, she was on The Bachelor, obviously, because she was one of the dates.
Sure.
And she got kicked off early, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the guy already knows who he's gonna pick," and I'm like, "Wow." So basically they're selling us polygamy. I mean, until marriage, obviously. So I don't know what that dating polygamy.
I mean, I don't necessarily. You're dating. That's a stretch, but I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You're seeing 20 girls in a freaking day, and 7 of them you're still with and kissing and making out.
Yeah.
And it's I guess.
Well, in front of the others. So that's the other thing that's crazy.
Yeah, the psychological.
And these kids are raised in these environments, right, where they have to make a decision whether they're going to be okay with their dads raising them that way. So they start grooming them at such a young age to start getting married so young. I actually don't know what the age is, because there's all these laws that have come into place over time in relation to polygamy. But I mean, Mormonism and LDS Church, and then basically the offshoot practice of polygamy from the LDS Church. This religion wasn't even started until the 19th century. It's not like it's that old. We're talking about the late or mid 1800s. And so this guy just found the quote unquote tablets, and he could read them with these big old glasses that could read all these different languages. And it's so fucking ridiculous. And all it is this really twisted, the Book of Mormon is this really twisted version of the Holy Bible. And obviously you guys know that I'm not a religious human being, but I'm much more spiritual in nature. But it basically is just this warped version of the book of the Bible. And it's so creepy. I went down to the Mormon Square in Salt Lake City one time with my mom, and it was just the creepiest place I've ever been to. And I'm really sorry if you guys are Mormon and you're listening to this. I do apologize. This is my my viewpoint on it, and I don't think you're creepy. I think that this kind of this kind of thing really creeps me out, because I don't think it's okay for a 75-year-old man to marry a 14-year-old girl and get her pregnant. I don't think that that's okay. Again, I'm like separating Mormon from the polygamy side of it, but it stems from this particular movement that Joseph Smith started. So.
Gosh.
Gross, right?
It really is. Is it still legal today in Utah?
Sure is.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Because I know that, mostly in what I'm reading here, a lot of countries still accept it that only by their religion, if their religion is dominantly Mormonism,
that's right.
Is because, again, freedom of religion, all that good jargon and all that good stuff.
They've passed some laws, though, I believe, and please, send us Correction Corner, please.
Send us at the corner.
Because we are not a scholar.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, I'm on Urban Dictionary right now looking all this up.
This guy on Urban Dictionary, where I go to, other thoughtful places to do research. Oh my god! But here's the thing: Joseph Smith got killed. I think he got shot in the face. So at least he's gone. But I mean, I just think that leaders like this take advantage of people, and then those leaders, the prophets, if you will, that's what they call themselves. And the prophet tells me that I need to have multiple wives, and I need to have children with all of them, and I need to continue to procreate and continue to spread the word of the Bible. And it's like, what the fuck? This is not cool. This is not sexy, right? I know this podcast is about sex. This is sex related. It's a huge topic. And if people are bent out of shape about people being gay, bite me. Why is this not a bigger concern of yours? Innocent children, being manipulated and fucked with and knocked up at such a young age. I don't know, man.
It's we're not okay with, obviously, a husband cheating on his wife to have another kid. But in the same thing, I don't know why. I think of this also as cheating. You're cheating yourself out of one relationship. It's there's only so far a man can go. In my own head, it's isn't one enough? And isn't one enough for your one wife, for your one set of kids, your one set of children? It's I don't understand. I really don't. I don't know why it's a faith-based thing, because even logic, again, putting aside faith-based for a second, I understand why, it would be a good thing. The pros would be obviously for a man, and they're all for the man in my head. There's nothing for the woman.
Well, when it's because they say multiple spouses, so it's far more man being the one.
Yes, because
there's maybe one.
It satisfies
one chick that has 17 husbands. I don't even know.
And for the guy,
I certainly can't handle one spouse, much less 17. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that would be true.
You guys are the biggest pain in my ass.
So, for a guy, obviously, it would satisfy their sexual urges. It would signal him as oh, look how many wives I have. Look at you, big guy.
That's right.
look at you. And he feels happy about himself, usually. And
maybe that's something that Molly should get involved with. Maybe. He's got the right temperament for it.
Yeah, we should get him...
smug.
Maybe we should go to...
Actually, that's funny. Yeah. Maybe... I didn't even ask him what his religion was. For all I know, that's what he's all about.
Well, when you go shop at Pavilions for your good old hard seltzer White Claw...
Okay, so here's the thing. Oh, I know, White Claw. Hi. But Pavilions, now that Pavilions Gate is over, you do realize that this little sweetie of mine is my actual Pavilions person.
Yeah, I know. So we're calling him Pavilions 2 or something.
Oh, no. I don't want him to be second fiddle.
No,
absolutely not. He is number one fiddle player.
But when you run into Molly, just let him know there's polygamy on the table in Utah.
To go fuck himself?
I'll be more nicer about it. I'll say just
more nicer.
More nicer. Yes, that's good English. It's not Greek.
That's
it's English.
We do. Yeah, we speak English and I speak Greek.
Yes. Just tell me, hey, there's a great opportunity in Utah for polygamists. You know what I'm saying?
God,
they're hiring.
Seriously,
just because I want to. Just because I want to. Urban Dictionary, polygamy, all that stuff. Again, the true definition of polygamy: a serious, trusting relationship with multiple partners, because it's not cheating if you have no secrets and all partners are with you bringing another into the group. Mm-hmm. And without marriage, because marriage is only used by governments and religions to control stupid people. That's what we're told. Yeah. Which is, obviously, this is Urban Dictionary, my homie. And the reason the government rejects polygamy in living now is because, obviously, money and forced religious views. Listen, everyone's entitled to their own belief. Obviously, one is fine for me. I will never want to have two wives. Just simple as that. It's not my jam, not my thing.
It's not my jam.
It's not. Listen,
No,
for a lot of
it's
people,
not my
it's
jam
like,
either.
oh, you know, like the thrill of like having two partners. Like, listen, if that's your thing, you know, I don't know what to tell you. You know, maybe if both are in the same. Listen, if all three of you are like okay with that, I don't condone it, but I'm like, hey, it's all you. You know, you have the power to exercise your freedom. Do as you wish. If it makes you happy, do as you wish. For me, it just doesn't work that way. It's like, again, polygamy. It hurts the kids, hurts the wives. If you want to call them wives.
Well, I mean, they go through their own wedding ceremonies. They do their thing. My biggest problem with this part, which is the fundamentalist church of LDS. So they're actually called FLDS. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier, just in case somebody doesn't know. But that particular leader of it, his name is Warren Jeffs, and he actually, you can Google him, Warren Jeffs, Warren Jeffs, Jeffs. Oh my God, dude, the documentaries and the stuff about what this guy did and him doing prison and like all this stuff is crazy. And because he did a lot of he did time for crimes of rape, right? Because when you marry close family members, there's like all of these widespread problems, right? You've got incestuous birth defects. Well, just let's start with incest, just to start with, you know, and that leads to talk about a slippery slope. Like, now I'm screwing my cousin and now I am having my cousin's baby, and that's like, whoa, this is like, are we in West Virginia? Like, I don't love that. And so this guy went through like marrying 12-year-old girls. It's just so gross. And to me, it's not sexual. To me, it's not sexy. It's just completely fucked up. It's one of the most fucked up things I could possibly think of outside of like the amount of dogs that get killed in China.
I don't know. I just, again, I look at it as the kid standpoint. I mean, my childhood, I look back at my own childhood and I discussed it a little bit, and I'm just thinking, God, if I was married into like a polygamous family, my brain would be more fucked up than it is right now.
Totally.
Like, seriously.
Totally.
And because, I mean, not that
and your brain's pretty fucked up.
It is. You know, I look back at my own family. It's like, chronic masturbator John Ramirez, folks. It's like, I love my family.
Lyndsay, slutty Soprano.
And, you know, they're the best. I really do think they did the best what they could have done with the times that they had with me. Sure. But looking back, I'm just like, man, like, they left me in some pretty fucked up corners, you know?
Yeah.
Just mindset wise, and just not raising me how I would want to raise my own kids growing up, which is, you know, obviously a good thing coming out of it. Like, oh, this is how I want to raise my kids. They don't end up like me over here. But I'm looking at these pictures, and a lot of them, like, they look like it's just glorifying, like, having 3 wives. Like, these 3 wives are looking at me. It's on the screen, you know, folks. And it's like, hey, like, I want you. Oh, yeah. It's like, that's what it feels like for me. It's all sexual based, it feels. It doesn't feel like there's a true connection. Because, again, how can you have, and I don't mean this to tear people down who are having like connections with multiple people, but I'm like, I'm okay with having one connection with one person of the opposite sex.
Or the same sex.
Or the same sex.
Thank
Okay,
you.
sorry about that. Sorry, everybody. Calm down. Calm down. Everybody, calm down.
Everybody, take your pussy hats off for just
please.
a second.
Just for a second. I'm on your team. Look at.
We have rainbow flags up all over this bitch.
Yes.
We love you way more than straight people.
That is probably also true.
No, it's totally true. At least on this side of the table. I mean, except for my little smoochie.
Yes, totally.
We even have nicknames for each other, which I'm not going to tell you because you will barf.
I'm actually very shocked, though. Like, I'm, again, looking into this. And again, I kind of just dove myself down in the internet rabbit hole. You guys ever do that where you just dive yourself down to the internet rabbit hole of some topic?
Yeah, it's called Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, I'm in Alice in Wonderland right now about Mormonism and polygamy. And I'm just over here completely shocked that 1980, it's been okay. 20, again, they brought it into the Western world. And incest, child. I'm like moons over my hammy. And that's
my God!
And that's not
Don't ruin Denny's for us.
I know. And that's not a Denny's.
Jesus, we've been really pushing for Denny's to become a sponsor, so don't fuck them up.
I'm just really. I'm actually really triggered right now.
Well, I mean, as you should be. I mean, there's so much. Well, and this is why I wanted to bring this topic up, because of you and how strong you are from a religious perspective to kind of open your eyes to this other side of things.
But I'm not even trying to talk about religion. I'm just talking about in general. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, totally. Because polygamy doesn't necessarily mean there's polyamorous people. There's people that are in open relationships. There's all that. It does not fall into this category.
No, and that's what I thought. I thought it was open relationship, but no one knew about it. It's like, oh, we don't talk about Cassandra down the street, guys. We don't talk about Cassandra. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, we don't talk about her, but they live in the same community. And they're okay with it. Like, they're okay with the one husband doing it or the one wife doing it with all the other 3 husbands.
Well, and some of them are in absolute communes. These women can't even leave.
Oh, gosh.
They cannot leave.
And they're just doing they're subjected to only, like, what we think of women stereotypes.